Cubitus.
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 Hey everyone, it's Spencer from the Shreve, Crump Low YouTube channel. Today I have possibly the most controversial Patek of all time. In this video I'm going to give you guys my honest feedback on this watch, and I'm going to try to judge this model on its own merits. However, before we geek out about the specs, let me set the stage for this release. Patek about a year ago had teased that they may be releasing some models geared at younger and new clientele. The Cubitus appears to be one of those watches, bringing an entirely new and unique K-shape to their sports watch collection. Obviously drawing much inspiration from the legend Gerald Genta's iconic and timeless Nautilus, this new model appears to cater to clientele that prefers larger, more brutalist designs like the AP Royal Oak or the Cartier Santos. However, if we take a step back and just focus on the watch in front of us, I would say that it's a great looking watch. Most collectors we have shown and discussed this watch with agree. However, I believe the controversy is in part due to the status of the Nautilus being a lot of people's favorite design of all time. When something is perfect, why change it, right? I would tend to agree. However, if we look deeper into the catalog of AP and Vacheron, we will find square models of the Overseas as well as the Royal Oak. So this isn't necessarily a new move by a brand from the Holy Trinity. The Nautilus famously draws inspiration from the porthole of a ship and carries its unique design language in a very nautical and subtle way. The Cubitus clearly uses some of the same design cues while being decisively more brutalist in its construction. You can see that even the center links of the bracelet are a bit larger and louder. Looking into the specs, we have a 45mm case, which in my opinion wears well, but certainly too large for those with smaller wrists. A small mid-size follow-up to the initial release would definitely be a welcome addition to the catalog. On the dial, we see that the iconic sunburst horizontal embossed pattern that is so indicative of the classic Nautilus dial. The olive hue is very different in certain types of light and is a really beautiful and versatile color. This is the same color used on the last release of the 5711. These watches also share the same caliber. Speaking about the movement, inside the watch we have the caliber 26-330 SC, which is an automatic movement decorated to the standards of the Patek seal that can be spotted engraved onto the movement of every Patek Philippe. The bracelet should be a familiar one, with the design practically being the same as the Nautilus. We can see the bracelet still uses a pin construction, presumably to keep the slim nature of the bracelet. So what do I really think about this watch? Simply put, I like it. However, there are a few aspects I do think can be improved. Some of these may be personal, but in general, the box for what you are paying is extremely lackluster. A small detail, but one that should not be overlooked when paying the prices that these watches go for, even at retail, which is looking increasingly hard for most people. As far as the case and wrist feel, it's Patek. It's great. But I would have liked to see a mid-size model come out for those of us who simply would not fit a 45mm watch. Movement-wise, there's not too much to complain about. However, it might have been interesting to see a new square movement caliber paired with the square case. After all, it is called the Cubitus. Regardless of all the nitpicking, this watch still stands on its own as an extremely well-made and pleasant design. So in recap, I can say this watch is clearly not for everyone, but for those of you who enjoy this new take on a classic, this may have just scratched your itch. Most importantly, I would say don't listen to the media, your friends, or a salesperson. Listen to your gut. If you like it, you like it. End of story. This brand new reference is available for purchase at this time of the video. Please reach out to sales@shrevecrumpandlow.com for all inquiries. A quick thank you to all of our nearing 30,000 subscribers. It has been a pleasure making content for you all, and we hope to bring you some very cool stuff coming up in 2025.